Before they fired, I fell to the ground pretending to be dead, but they still discovered me. They came to reload. I begged them not to kill me, claiming I was Persian, but they didn't believe me. I had to pull out a Persian book from my pocket to prove it, but they couldn't read it either, so they took me to their officer. For God's sake, I wasn't Persian at all. That Persian book? I had just traded half a loaf of bread for it moments ago. Soon I was taken to the camp. The officer looked at my book, then pointed at a word, asking me what it meant. By chance, I recognized the word. I told him it meant father, but then he asked how to say mother. Oh no, I didn't know that. As I hesitated, the officer threatened me. I had to risk it all. To my surprise, it actually worked, but he still didn't seem to fully trust me, so he told me to say an entire sentence in Persian. I knew he wouldn't understand anyway, so I just made up some gibberish. Even I didn't know what I was saying. Then he asked me to explain what I'd said. Thankfully, he didn't ask me to repeat it. After listening, he laughed. I knew he believed me. He then told me that starting tomorrow, I'd be working in the kitchen. But at night, I'd have to teach him Persian. I was shocked at first, but quickly nodded and agreed. At least for now, I had managed to stay alive. The next day, while working, I started preparing the words I'd teach that night. When I saw a spoon, I made up a word for spoon. When I saw bread, I made up a word for bread. And just like that, I came up with a lot of words. That evening, the officer was very satisfied with my lesson. During a break, he told me that he was learning Persian because, after the war, he wanted to open a restaurant in Tehran. His dream was to become a chef. He also told me that he planned to learn 4 words a day. By the time the war ended, he'd probably have mastered the language. Hearing this, I let out a sigh of relief. 4 words a day were manageable, but then a new problem arose. What if I forgot the made-up words myself? Wouldn't that still lead to my death? So at night, I hid under the covers, desperately memorizing them. But I was so loud, I ended up alarming someone else. The next day, the officer came to me and said he'd change the plan. From now on, I had to teach him 40 words a day.